Hi guys, welcome back to the Drive Life podcast. I'm very pleased today to be joined by somebody I've known probably a couple of years now. Getting on that way. Mr. Shabs Piercy.
Hello.
Welcome along. Welcome to the pod. Really pleased to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to a chat because I know a few things about you, but I don't know that much. So I'm intrigued more than anything, I think. Yeah. So just a few words, if you just want to tell people what your name is and where you come from.
So I'm Shabs Piercy, my name's Shabs Piercy. I'm an off-road racing driver over here. Not professional yet, but I'm working on it. So I'm just up here enjoying the motorists like I often do.
So I see you quite a lot here. I know you do travel quite a way because you're based in Dinas Mawdy.
Mid Wales, so just around the corner from there, rally country.
How long's that take you?
It was like 4 hours.
It's a bit of a trek, isn't it? But I saw you on Friday night here. We're now on Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
So you must like that journey.
Yeah, I love it.
Listen to some good podcasts in the car.
Yeah, no, I have the music on. It's fine.
Wrong answer. Where did your driving history start then? Because you're obviously, I've been to watch you race in the side-by-side 4x4s, which we'll get onto shortly. But where did it all stem from? What got you into motorsport?
I've always been into motorsport since I was a kid. Always been into cars, motorsport, anything with a wheel or two. But actually getting into racing eventually came. It wasn't all that long ago, to be fair. I was in my 30s, so 31, I think, when I started racing. And it came about through work. So we travelled around the world a little bit, me and Kim, my wife, and then eventually came back home and set up our own business, and everything sort of settled down and life settled down. And through my work, which is synchro gearboxes, building gearboxes for Land Rovers primarily at the time, I then got to know, I got various customers who were into racing, and so I started building gearboxes and stuff for those guys. Eventually got to know them really well and became friends, and then started going to the races, started helping them out as pit crew, and then people kept asking me, when are you going to...
It's only a matter of time when you get pushed and going on.
Yeah, exactly. It was exactly like that. Well, when are you going to start, when are you going to start racing? When are you going to start racing? When are you going to get a car? And I wasn't actually that bothered about it because business was going well, and we were just getting everything sorted. And then eventually I sort of dipped my toe, and then it just...
So what sort of year was that when you dipped your toe in?
So I can tell you exactly when it was. So it was 2017. And I went to, somebody invited me, one of these racer guys who I was building boxes for, invited me to King of the Hammers, which is an off-road race, huge off-road race out in the States.
So it wasn't, just pop along to this local event, let's fly out to the States and go to one of the biggest off-road events in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, carry on.
Yeah, so, and like I said, things were going good, and me and Kim needed a holiday, so I was like, why not? We'll go out, we'll see what it's all about, because obviously I'd seen it on the internet and stuff like that. It looks super cool. Went out there, just had my mind blown by the whole thing, and then came back, and I think that was in the January, February, and then by April I ordered a chassis and started building a car. And having never done it before.
So let me get this right. You didn't go, let's just buy a second hand one, dip my toe in and see if I like it. You went the whole hog, let's brand new chassis.
Yep.
Build it from scratch.
Yep. Never done any off-road racing before. Not really done any off-roading at that time, particularly, other than maybe a little bit of green laning. Yeah. Just went 2 feet straight in the deep end. Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And do you regret it?
Not at all. I mean, that particular car and that build a little bit, although no, I don't regret it. It was just a bit of a pain.
A learning curve.
Yeah. So I don't regret it because I'm here where I am now. Yeah. But I don't regret racing at all, any part of it. I literally live and breathe it. Every second of every day is... Yeah.
I'm amazed you find time to work because I know what your schedule's like. But
well, you don't need to sleep. I can sleep when I'm dead.
It's one of my mantras I live by. Yeah. That's why I look... Yeah, I'm only 26, honestly.
Yeah, me too, mate.
Kim, when did you meet Kim? Was that... how long ago was that? So was this pre-Kim or post-Kim?
No, this was Post Kim, yeah. She's joined me on all the bad decisions I've made in my life. She's been there
apart from the marriage, obviously.
Yeah. So, so Kim and I have been together 18 years, I think now, or 17 years.
Wow.
So quite a long time, to be fair. And she's put up with me for all of that impressively.
Saint.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Saint Kim.
I don't know why.
So she had a double in the racing world.
She did, yeah. In 2021, we built her a stock class car, which was pretty much that. So it was no frills, just had all the safety stuff.
Yep.
And off-roading, obviously. And sort of over the COVID thing, we built the car for her, and she went out and did a year's racing as well.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, she really enjoyed it, yeah. I think she'd still like to do it, but I think she also enjoys everything else as well. Do you know what I mean? And it's a big task as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we do a lot of racing and a lot of events and stuff like that. And
try to run a business at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I know how difficult that is. It's
yeah, but I think she'd do it if the opportunity came up. You know, so I think she'd be keen for it.
So you just want to explain briefly to people what is actually you race, because you're saying you bought a chassis this.
Yep.
So just explain to people what it is that you.
Yeah. So primarily we race. It's all off-road. Everything's off-road, but primarily it's extreme off-roading. So it's really difficult to describe, but it's kind of like rock crawling, desert racing. We do as well over here. We do a thing called Comp Safari, which is kind of like a rough rally. So it's like really rough rally. So if you're in a rally car, it'd be horrendous, but in these slightly more capable off-roaders, it's not terrible.
So you see a lot of Land Rovers and that sort of thing doing it.
Yeah.
But yours is a different level again, isn't it?
Yeah, so so there's a bunch of different classes. In the more extreme stuff, which is Ultra 4 racing primarily, there's a bunch of different classes, from stock cars, which you'd get a lot of Land Rover-based stuff, Discoveries and Defenders and stuff like that. Kim's car actually was a Vauxhall Frontera that we bought for 200 quid and then built all the way up to what I had at the time when we started, which was like a full space frame chassis, massive 40-inch tall tyres.
40?
40, yeah.
Wow,
so they stood like this side. Yeah, and then pretty much everything was custom on it. It had Nissan axles on it, but otherwise everything else was pretty much custom. So that's the more extreme stuff. And then the Comp Safari stuff, which I kind of do because it's fun and it's really cheap. It's kind of entry-level clubman racing. That is tamer in comparison terrain-wise. But it's really good seat time. Really good seat time.
Yeah.
Just get your eye in.
So it's good value for money motorsport.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because most people know how expensive motorsport is.
Yeah.
People are always looking for the cheaper options, and it is a good way to start out in competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Comp Safari is definitely, because you can do an event for like 150 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
ridiculously cheap.
Very cheap. Yeah.
I mean, you pay that for a track day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Comp Safari side of it, which is something I've only been doing the last couple of years, for me, I saw, because it's so cheap and easy, and there's so many of them. There's various different clubs all around the country, and there's loads of different classes as well. So you can kind of spend as much as you want to spend, or if you're on a budget, then you can kind of stay in a certain class and stick to that budget. But it's great seat time. It's really, really good seat time. It's good I've actually learned more doing Comp Safari, like with the car and balance of the car and stuff like that, and speed side of things than I had in previous years doing all the extreme stuff. Because you generally, the extreme stuff, you're doing a lot of slow speed stuff, technical stuff, as well as high speed stuff. So your time's split, if you know what I mean.
So you mentioned about price. Do you get people throwing a lot of money into it?
Yeah.
But I suppose you're going to get that in every walk of life, in every motorsport.
Yeah, you
discipline.
You do, but it's one of those things like, yes, you do get people chucking loads of money at it, but at the same time, you don't have to.
Yeah. You
can do it cheaper, and you can still be competitive and not be, I'm racing against guys who've got like 150 grand cars.
Yeah.
My car was not anywhere near that.
Yeah.
It was, I reckon there's probably about 40 to 50 grand in my car.
You tend to find with a lot of people who haven't got the talent, and they'll just chuck more and more money at it to make them quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it shows through, who's got the talent and who hasn't, doesn't it?
No, absolutely. You do get that. In the comp safari side of things, I think that is the case. You get a lot of weekend warriors. You get a lot of really, really, really good drivers as well.
Yeah.
Like really good drivers who do it for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But there is a good split, but it doesn't necessarily... Spending all that money doesn't necessarily buy you anything, because you can still get beat by somebody who's spending a quarter of what you're spending, which is nice, because I know that some sports that's not the case. Yeah. Money will just buy you.
Yeah, the more money you spend, the better results you're going to be.
Yeah.
It's good to see that. So anybody who's looking into, getting into something, it is a good route into.
Yeah, definitely, and it's much cheaper than rally. Like it is very similar to rally, but I would say it's less complex and a bit more fun. And it's not expensive.
Yeah, and I came to see it at an event, as you know, and just looking at it, the timing's not as complex. Literally, you can have a co-driver in. I don't think you have to have a co-driver in, do you?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
So you can just bezz around on your own if you want. But there's no complicated timing or anything like that to figure out. No complicated map reading, pace notes or anything like that.
No, it's super simple. Single stage, which ends up being a loop, actually. There isn't a start-finish line, but you start here, and it brings you all the back. And it brings you back to the same pit area. So it's not like a A to B type thing. Really simple. Really good. Really good seat time, I find it was, and that's why I've kind of kept it up. We have the bigger events that we do throughout the year that take a bit more finances and time and travel and all that sort of stuff, and then slot the comp safaris in between, because they're super cheap.
And they're enjoyable. Yeah,
they're enjoyable. They can be a day event or they can be a weekend event, which means for like a business owner like us, or if you're employed as well, like you don't need the Thursday, Friday.
And I'm presuming it's good advertising, being at the events, seeing people who are your customers.
Yeah.
You can talk to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I don't think it hurts, definitely. Yeah.
That being said, then let's just jump back then, because we jumped ahead a bit.
Yep.
So you first got into motorsport. What did you get to start with? Did you have some cars in the field? What got you that petrol bug? What
you mean in general, just back in the day?
So did you pass your test when you were 17? Did you want to get...
Yeah, cars and stuff have always been in my DNA. My dad was always into cars and stuff, but and he had various things, nothing outlandish or anything. But I passed my test when I was 17, first try, 7 minors, which was a long time ago. 7 minors, yeah. I got told off for not... oh yeah, you were a driving.
I'm a driving instructor. I'll be having words.
Mirrors. He just had me for mirrors. And then my first car was a classic Mini that my dad bought me for 100 quid. And then I did that up and had that for ages. Did it all up. It was a mint car, Mary Jane. It was called. Great, it was battleship grey.
I've got to ask.
I don't know. It came to me as Mary Jane. So
an apparition, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, the lady that sold it to me. So 100 quid it was.
Nice.
It was mint.
But they're the things you remember.
Yeah. I'd love to find it. A guy up this way bought it off me. Actually, I'm sure he was up this way. This is like probably 20 years ago now. So it would be like 20 years ago. So. But it'd be cool to find it again.
What's the reg?
It was A389 something. Can't remember.
So it meant that much? You can't even remember the reg?
No, I can't. It was a long time ago, mate.
I can still remember my regs.
Can you?
Yeah, my first Marto Escort.
No. Okay, I struggle to remember things from yesterday. So.
I can't remember what I had for my tea yesterday, but stuff like that. I remember stuff like that.
No, it was a mint car. I had it, and then I did it all up myself. And sold it for 1,500 quid, which back then was a decent amount of money. Do you know what I mean? A Mini for 1,500 quid.
Didn't find any ditches on the route or anything, or
not in that one. No, okay. I had a Mini after that.
What's next?
I had after that. I had another Mini. I think it was a Clubman 1275 GT. So I actually ended up getting a job at a company that built mini race engines.
Wow. What were they called? Not green and white.
No, his name was it was More Speed. The company was called More Speed, and he was ex-MED. So if anybody who knows the Mini community will know who MED are. They're in Leicester, and he was ex-MED, set up himself, and I went to work for him. So I was massively into my minis. I was already into my minis at that point, and then got this second one, which was called the Badger. Don't know why it was called the Badger. It came to me. It came to me as the Badger.
Have you ever been to see a sleep therapist?
No, it had a big sticker in the back window with the Badger on it, so that was its name. Cool car. Really enjoyed that car. I love that car, and I had that for a long time. Ended up putting a race engine in it, 1 litre race engine. Built it at work and all the rest of it. Put that in it. That was cool for a while. Then I crashed it. Then it was off the road for a while. Yeah, I crashed into. I think it was like.
Please tell me it wasn't a Badger.
No, but that would have been hilarious. Massively ironic. No, it was a brand new MG at the time. I can't remember what it was. It was when, was it the 45? I don't know what the ZS or whatever it was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was brand new and pulling out of a junction, and I was young and dumb and just drove straight into the side of this car. Wrote off this guy's car.
Didn't see you there.
And I'd already fitted a fiberglass front end to it.
Oh, no.
So
it exploded.
Yeah, it did. But then you just pull that off, and underneath it was bent a bit, to be fair. So it spent quite a bit of time off the road after that. And then eventually, in more recent years, I restored it. Well, not restored it, lightly restored it.
They still got it?
No, I haven't got it anymore. No, I did sell it.
Do you want that one back?
No, because it would have killed me. I ended up putting a Honda VTEC engine in it.
Wow.
And it was like ridiculous horsepower and didn't weigh anything, and completely useless because at any time you press the throttle, it just went like that down the road. So I ended up selling that. But that was a cool car, that was.
I remember driving a Mini 1275, and it was a rally car, and the guy had put a Salisbury limit-slip diff in it. And it had a steering wheel the size of a bus on it, and you needed it.
Yeah, just hang
on. You wouldn't drive in a straight line. It was just fighting you every opportunity. But God, it went some did that car and grips really well. Yeah, it was a hell of a thing.
Yeah, a lot of customers at the time had some really. There was a guy called Turbo Tim, and he had the fastest turbo Mini in the world, or whatever. And that I remember going out in that, and I was probably only like 18 at the time, and going down the bypass in Colville in that, and he had carbon fibre, all sorts of stuff and everything in it, and it weighed nothing. It weighed like 500 kilo, got this massive amount of power, and it just didn't drive in a straight line. Yeah. It was well cool.
You just press the pedal and hope you
hold on to a bit of plastic, or well, they didn't have much plastic in them, to be fair, minis, but yeah, it was cool.
So you mentioned doing a lot of mechanics yourself and putting engines in things. So are you a mechanic by trade then? Is that what you started out doing?
No, so that engine company that I work for, I started building engines and working and doing all the machining and all that sort of stuff at this place. And then I also got into, so with minis, if you don't know, minis have the gearbox underneath the engine. So you have an engine and gearbox. They don't really come separately. They do, but generally people had an engine and box. So I started building the gearboxes, and that's how I got into the gearbox thing. And then eventually that evolved into setting up our own business and building Land Rover and other gearboxes and stuff. I forgot what the question was now. Go again.
They were the first transversely mounted engines, weren't they?
They were. Yep. Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
My one mini fact.
Nice.
Thank you, Harry.
Nice.
Yeah. Back to sleep in your corner. So no, I was asking you where the mechanic trade came from.
Yeah,
you started. Have you done an apprenticeship, or you just worked your way up?
I went to college and did mechanical engineering at college. Always been into tinkering, and from my dad and stuff like that. Always been into cars. Did mechanical engineering at college. I did go to university for automotive engineering, and I was there 3 months. Hated it. Didn't see the point in sitting in a chemistry class to learn automotive engineering.
How to build a gearbox.
Or how to do mechanical hands-on things, because that's very much who I am. I'm not interested in sitting at a computer or learning about
You don't strike me as an indoorsy sort of bloke.
No. Just I remember sitting in a lecture, and he was talking about it was a chemistry one and obscure chemicals and all this sort of stuff. And I just sat there and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I here? This is not what I want to be doing. I want to go and do stuff. And I actually I left, came back, and that's when I got the job at this engineering place. I said to the guy, I need a job. I don't care what it is. I says, I'll make you tea. I really don't care. I'll make tea. I'll sweep up. I'm not really bothered. Can I have a job? And he gave me a job, and I was the Saturday boy for a while, and then progressed pretty quickly.
So how long were you there in total?
A few years, I think.
Okay. You definitely fit in, and
yeah, it was.
You made nice tea.
Yeah, cracking tea.
Kept clean floors.
Yeah. Floors were always mint. I progressed quite quickly. I'm really, that's the hands-on side of things is very much me. I'm a tinkerer. I'm an engineer in mind. I like to play with stuff. When I was a kid, I played with Lego. I'm very much that kind of guy. Yeah, like building stuff like that, but I like to do it myself and not out of a box type stuff. Although they got stickers on them now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. No, I couldn't.
You put your own stickers on?
Yeah, I couldn't afford the stickers. We just had regular.
Right. Just made your own.
Yeah. Just draw on it with a Sharpie.
No, a few years ago, my wife said, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. It's the thing I really miss when the kids were little building Lego.
Yeah, I miss
it. Every year from then on, I've got some Lego for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I love it. Yeah.
You just do what I do and get loads of project cars.
Yeah.
It's just Lego, but bigger.
Yeah, but
just bigger. Stuff like that, just bigger. Takes up more room.
Is it easy to fix though?
I don't know. I quite enjoy the project cars. They're a stupid idea most of the time, but
go on then. Project cars. What projects have you got on at the minute? Because I've seen some of your mad projects.
Where do you want me to start?
Go on. What's on the ramp at the minute?
Well, actually, the ramp is free currently. Believe it or not.
Well, last time I saw, because we came down to see you in Wales for the RSA rally in November and spent the night in your place. Thank you very much for hosting. And you'd got this mad project on the ramp there of was it a little Daihatsu truck?
Yes, Hijet, which is a K truck.
Subaru running gear on.
No,
sorry.
No, I thought about it and I did measure up for it. But it just wouldn't fit. So I've got a K truck Daihatsu Hijet. L-Reg it is. So what's that? 95 ish.
Yeah, it's too new for me to know that.
95 ish. And it came up local for 800 quid or 900 quid. And I went there. The guy hadn't touched it in ages, and we went up there. Me and Harry went and had a look at it, and dragged it back. Got it back, and then I was like, we'll build this into something at some point. And then the ramp came free, and so we dragged it inside and started playing with it, which was a great idea at the time, and now I thoroughly regret it. But basically, long story short, it's a K truck that we've put Land Rover Discovery 2 axles under to make it four-wheel drive, because it was only two-wheel drive on. So it's got these massive axles under it that stick out, huge.
Have you thought about cutting the truck down the centre and
making it wider? Yeah, it'd be useless because you still got no leg room. you need like a letterbox to post your legs out. So it's got Land Rover axles under it, and then I wanted to sort of keep it synchro. So I was like, well, I'll put a Land Rover gearbox in it with a transfer box. That'll also give us four-wheel drive. And when I'd come up with that, I was thinking Impreza engine, or boxer engine in it, because they're quite low engine.
Well, flat.
Yeah, so they don't stick up too high, or so I thought. Incidentally, they do. They've got massive sumps on them.
About doing it, guys?
Yeah, don't. They've got like a sump on them that's that deep, which is a bit of a pain in a K truck when you've got a front axle under it.
Dry sump it?
Yeah, and they're also really wide as well, obviously. So that didn't work, because I've got an Impreza, and I was like, this plus this equals.
Yes.
Not that I'd call that.
I'm just waiting to know what you're going to call it. So anyway,
good shout. We'll storyboard that one. So ended up putting a Mazda rotary in it. So we've got Mazda rotary to Land Rover gearbox and transfer box to Land Rover axles. And so the way I wanted to do it, there's a bit of method to my madness. So the way I wanted to do it is I wanted to if you look at, like, if you Google K-trucks, there's millions of projects. Everybody's put a V8 in them and done, or bike engines and all this sort of stuff. But every one I've seen, they just cut a hole in the bed, whack the engine in the back, prop shaft to the back, done. Great, but it's like, from an engineering point of view, that's a bit lazy. I wanted to keep the bed, keep it still a K-truck and
usable.
Stuff. Yeah, usable. Not never going to use it. Ever.
What are you going to put on it?
Ever.
This table's bigger than the bed on the back.
It actually is. Too.
I know, I wasn't joking.
I don't think they're even 8x4, you know. They're tiny. Anyway, I wanted to do it right without cutting the bed up and stuff like that. So the rotary was the biggest thing. Apart from an EV, we probably could have gone EV. Don't look at me like that. Yeah.
Sorry, viewers.
I'll get onto that project in a minute. Mazda rotary is the only thing that fits in there. And when I say fits, I mean doesn't really fit, but we've made it fit. It's offset and everything. So that is the one of the.
Running yet?
It's not running yet. No. So obviously I bought a donor car, and then we pulled it out of the donor car and did it in a way, because I do a lot of engine conversions because I have a lot of project cars. So we'd got it running on the floor on a pallet. So I know it runs, I know it works outside of its original car, so it should work in a K-truck. But that doesn't always happen. So yeah, that will get finished at some point, and that would be a cool one to bring to SEMA. Wow. That would be a mint one.
It's a long way to drive a K-truck with no luggage.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you need a bloody long snorkel as well.
A quick note, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, head to carevents.com and discover car events near you. So how often do we have a project?
I don't know, for the last, I'm 40, so 40 years.
You just had a project constant.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Love it. So go on, what was the previous one to that?
Well, various. I've got a Mustang, 69 Mustang, that's a cool car. I'll put a BMW straight six diesel in that, with a manual gearbox, which we're going to turn into a drift car, but then I realised I'm not really that interested in drifting, so...
Did you not think this logically through before you actually decided to embark on the project?
I feel like you don't understand the concept of a project car is that it's a crap idea to begin with.
Okay.
This is how I understand it.
Is this how you get it past Kim?
No, if I told her it was a crap idea, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, it was.
But am I not right, though? A project car should be a crap idea to begin with. And then you try and iron over it and flatten it out and make it good.
And then realise you made it worse.
No, I didn't make it worse. It's cool. It's cool, right. But I'm just not interested in drifting it. So I've got this diesel Mustang with all this torque that spins the wheels up brilliantly. It's got a lock diff and a handbrake and all that sort of stuff.
And it's just sat there.
Because it is
for sale. If in the market,
it is for sale.
Give Shabs a shout.
Yeah, it's cool, but
yeah,
I prefer off-roading.
I'm dying to. I want to talk about the off-road racing, but I'm more interested.
I've got a few more projects.
Go on.
I've got a 1955 Land Rover Series 1.
Yeah.
That came back from Australia. Super cool car.
Clean.
So it was a farm truck, so it wasn't clean, but
not rusty,
but rot free.
Yeah.
So it was beaten up. It was a proper farm hack, properly used in Australia as a farm truck its whole life, and so that came from Australia. Me and Kim did a restoration on that, or started a restoration. It's kind of ongoing still, and I EV'd that, so that one's EV. So it's literally costs nothing to run. No tax.
No, moving on.
Oh, you'd love it. You'd look a picture in it. I can see it.
Look a picture.
Picture
in a minute. It's the video getting out. That's the one people want to see.
No, I quite like it. It's a lovely car, and I kept all the the bodywork.
Yeah.
Patina, if you want to.
So what did you? Sorry, I'm going to ask. What did you EV it with?
Nissan Leaf EV setup. So the business side of things, we do a lot of Land Rover stuff, and I do a lot of adapter kits and development stuff, billet this, that and the other, and conversion stuff.
You got your own CNC and stuff, and
I have manual machines, but I don't do any production stuff. I do primarily do the design development and prototyping stuff. So we wanted a show vehicle or something that we wanted a little run around that wasn't going to cost anything. Mm-hmm. That we can nip around Wales in the summer and go to the beach and chuck the dogs in the back and all that cool stuff. that didn't cost us anything, that also tied us back into the business as well. So it needed to be a Land Rover ideally. So again,
showpiece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it needed to show some of our products and stuff. So that was the idea behind that build, and it is really cool. It looks amazing, and it's just a nice bit of history and some. No, I don't want to say different because obviously it's a Land Rover and it's an off-roader and stuff. But rather than being go fast stuff, it's cool.
So how was that transform the characteristics? Taking a Nissan Leaf body off it and putting a Land Rover.
It's got more power now.
Got more power.
Yeah, it's quieter. You hear all the squeaks.
For a bigger battery in.
I think the Nissan Leaf is like sub 100 horsepower.
Yeah.
But obviously it's instant torque, the torque.
Yeah.
Whereas like the Land Rover 2-litre engine that it would have come with back in the day had about 4 horsepower if it ran.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Out the showroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a cool one.
So I'm guessing you bought the Leaf damage repairable, and
I bought all the components. So I bought the motor.
Oh right, so new off the shelf.
No, just all eBay stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody had broken it, and
yeah. I spend a lot of time on eBay. We need sponsorship. I'm telling you, eBay, we need sponsorship.
Project Shabs.
Yeah, that was a cool thing to do, and different as well because I'm not an electric guy. I hate electrics. Like I have a deep hatred for electrics. So it was quite interesting.
You did it anyway.
We did it. Yeah, it for us.
So which way has it turned you then? A bit more pro electric, or?
I wouldn't say that car would be a proponent for electric. Or I wouldn't necessarily use it as a flagship, let's say, but I can see their place for it.
Yeah, you're glad you did it.
Yeah, I'm glad I did that.
Because that's not your only. Sorry, it's not your only electric vehicle, is it?
Have I got another one?
You have.
Go on.
So when you came out on the motorist, you out the back of your van pulled out with something 2 wheels.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So that's another one of your projects.
Yeah.
So you got a BMX.
Yeah, not just a BMX, a rally burner.
Rally burner. If you're going to do it properly.
Yeah. So we EV'd that. Yeah. So me and Harry, who's the lad that works for me, decided to EV that, and we took a load of Milwaukee batteries, 3D printed up a case, and did a motor and everything, and EV'd a rally burner. So that's cool.
You literally plugged 3 Milwaukee power tool.
4. Yeah.
4 Milwaukee power tool batteries in it, and away you go. And it's quick as well.
Yeah, it is quite quick actually.
I was quite taken about how rapidly you set off on it.
It caught me out the first time. It'll wheelie for fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's just a lot heavier, so you can't really like jump around on it because with the batteries, it's heavier. But yeah, that's cool.
That was another mad project.
Yeah, that was a dumb project as well.
So I'm going to ask you about any more projects, or is that?
I mean, there's always projects. What else have we got? I've got a 94 Impreza that we bought a couple of years ago now, probably. I just really wanted an old school Impreza. Do you know what I mean? Like it's from my...
They do sound nice.
From my era growing up. I remember being a kid and on the council estate and them coming through sort of thing. And they're cool cars, just a cool car. And one came up locally, again, as they do. Because I've got this really bad thing. I should be sponsored by Marketplace as well, because I literally spend all day just scrolling on Marketplace.
So if you ever want rid of anything... Yeah. Marketplace in Dana Mowdy in Wales.
Yeah.
You've got an avid buyer.
Yeah. So I bought the Scooby. It had been sat for 16 years, not moved. Bought it and did like a light resto on that and everything, and then that's up and running now. That's actually one of the few project cars that I've actually finished.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Yeah. But that's a really cool car. Like I want to bring it up here. At some point. It's just a nice car. Nice, like it's not like all bells and whistles and shiny, but it's just a nice example. It needs a paint job and stuff, but I was just well made up with it, and it stood me at nothing. Like by the time we finished it, I was well impressed.
So do you find it's sometimes the things where you think, oh, I'm just going to do this, that you warm to more, that they end up being something you don't want to sell? You know, where you think, oh, we're just doing it for a laugh, I'll get rid of it when I finished it, and then you hang on to them then.
Yeah, I'm really bad at selling stuff. like terrible.
Like,
at
you
it.
just
Honestly,
never
I've
do
just
it.
never
Yeah,
sell stuff.
You're a hoarder.
Yeah. Well, I've got the space now. Although
You say that, I've been to your yard.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of space.
No. Yeah, I'm really bad. I don't sell stuff. I did. I had as well up until probably a year ago a Lincoln Continental, 1969 Lincoln Continental, that was mint with the suicide doors and all that. Beautiful car.
So what engine do we put in that?
I put a
Jet? Or?
No. I put another BMW engine in that.
Right.
BMW six-cylinder diesel. They're my go-to engine. They are. I really like them. I've got them in quite a lot of things.
Some grunt on them.
Yeah. I've done a few, and so I had that. But that was one of the few project cars I actually sold, which I'm impressed with myself for, to be honest.
But I bet you regret selling.
No, I don't. It was useless. It was 18 foot long, and I live in Wales. I'm just like, what's the point in this?
Even if you get there, you can't turn it around to come back.
No. And it kind of, it just like wafted around the corners and stuff like that. It was super cool. Don't get me wrong.
So, God, why did you buy it in the first place? It was just
So I had a customer who wanted that engine and gearbox package in his Lincoln Continental in the States. So I needed a donor vehicle to do the conversion with and then send him all the stuff. So
that came to fruition and you sent it over and he bought it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's how that worked out. And then eventually I did sell it. But it was a cool car, but useless. And I've got quite a lot of those. Like the Mustang.
There's a theme here,
There
Shabs.
is a fair thing. Yeah.
Like a drift car that's awesome, but you don't like drifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've done a Transit. I bought an old Transit and we put a BMW engine in that. That thing was silly.
Yeah.
That was like 300 horsepower diesel engine in a Transit van.
What mark?
Mark 7 it was.
Okay. So got a new one. Yeah.
So, rear wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, no weight in the back. It's completely useless as well, unless you've got stuff in the back.
I know you know about this, but do you ever think them through before you start?
No, look, I've told you. Look,
yeah, I know.
It's a crap idea.
This will never work. Hold my pint and watch this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, did that, and then I've got a Ford Ranger as well with the same engine in it. That actually is a cool car, like a useful car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so Harry, just after the podcast, mate, if I start going on Auto Trader or eBay, just hold me back.
I'll just come down to the yard and have a look and see what I've got.
Right. I'm not getting one of them.
Got a nice Mustang for sale.
So right, enough projects now. I'm project out. My mind's fried. You got into the. Are they called side by sides or not? I want to call them a side by side, but yeah. So I'm sure we can put a picture on the put some stills on the
one of these
on the video. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Look below of what they are.
Yeah.
Just so people who don't know can get a.
Yeah. So over here we call them side by sides or SSVs, side by side vehicle. In the States they call them UTVs.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're a power sports based car basically. So they're in the same way that you have a jet ski or a snowmobile or a quad or something like that. You have an SSV or a side by side or a UTV.
Yeah. So were they designed originally to be of use, or were they always designed for motorsport?
It progressed. So they come from the States primarily.
Like the Polaris type.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you have farm versions of them, like the Ranger, which is a Polaris, or Can-Am have their versions and stuff like that are useful around farms. But in the States, they do a lot of, because they've got so much land, and it's all public land as well, they do a lot of recreational outdoor stuff that we don't necessarily do over here or in Europe. And one of those things is they go out wheeling. So they go out driving on public land that you're allowed to go off-roading on. And obviously that then created a market for these vehicles in the same way you can go and jump on a snowmobile and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're huge out there, absolutely massive.
So do you do that when you go out to the States as well?
Yeah. We've been out there. We've been to like places like Moab, which is in Utah, which is stunning, and Sand Hollow, which is also in Utah, and then Johnson Valley. And they're really lucky out there because they've got all this land, and it's all public land that you're allowed to go on. You pay. There's one place in that we've been to in North California, and you just rock up there and you give them $3, and you go on this state land that's got like facilities. It's got like toilets and stuff like that and campgrounds and stuff.
$3
for $3. and fill your boots for the day.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so much space out there that you can use.
I think we've touched on the podcast before about Americans. I can't remember what percentage it is done on a passport. They don't need to, because they don't need to go anywhere else, do they? They've got everything there.
Yeah, you can see why they don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do when we're not out there racing and we do go over. Yeah, we go and do a bit of wheeling.
Looking for your new favourite t-shirt or hoodie? Head to the Drive Life store and discover our range of automotive-inspired clothing. Use the link in the show notes below and use code podcast10 at checkout for 10% off. While we're on the theme of the States, I know you've been to an event over there called the King of the Hammers.
Yep.
Done it 3 times now?
Raced it 3 times. Yeah. Been going since 2017.
Okay, just as a spectator or a mechanic or
a bit of everything. So we've been to spectate. We also will help out friends there and do a bit of crewing, and then also help out with the organisation as well. So we often did a bit of marshalling and lining up and stuff like that while we were there.
Brilliant.
So I've done a bit of everything over there.
Yeah. But so you competed. I know you've done it 3 times. Is it 3 years ago? Have you been the last 3 years?
No, we did it in 2020.
Yeah.
So we did the European Ultra 4. So Ultra 4 is the governing body, I suppose, or the company that the racing is.
The promoter.
The promoter, so they have a European championship, which we used to race in. That's what we primarily did. And we won a wild card ticket, I suppose, to go out, race the Hammers, and they paid for that. They shipped the car over there.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing, really. Amazing opportunity, and I'm so grateful for, because it just catapulted what we were doing.
Yeah.
So I won this ticket, and they shipped our car out to the States, paid for us to go racing in terms of the entry and stuff. It still cost us a fortune. It was basically a ticket to spend a ton of money. But raced that, and then they shipped it back. And that was amazing. We raced it. We had absolute nightmare the whole time. So we shipped our car over there. Long story short, because if you go on our YouTube, there's a whole series about it. Long story short, we shipped our car out there, and we were still relatively green in the racing. I think we'd been racing for 2 years or a year. And the car was still in a massive amount of development and was always changing. Long story short, we went out there, had a load of nightmares with the car, blew 2 engines, 2 turbos. I put the spigot, the clutch release bearing in the wrong way around, so the clutch in between gear spots.
The clutch.
So then we didn't have clutch at one point. So I went to the lineup. You line up at like 6 a.m. in the morning because it's an all-day race, 200 plus miles in one day. 6 o'clock in the morning, went to line up the car. The second engine was knocking, like literally knocking. And I pulled up, amazing story really, like when I'm thinking about it. I pulled up at the start line for our pitch, which was right at the back because we didn't qualify because we had engine issues. And the guy called Dave Cold, who's the Mr. King of the Hammers, he was just stood there and he says, "Oh, your engine's knocking," and it was made a joke. And I literally was just like, "Yep." I was like, it's knackered. And like almost in tears, I'm not even joking. And he was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm going to get your car right now and you're going to race this race." And I was my plan was literally go over the line and see how far I could get this engine to go before it
phased up.
Yeah, exactly.
A road.
He literally got one of his old cars. He'd got an old car that was being used for marshalling that day that hadn't been prepped for racing because it was just going to go to a marshal point and be parked there to winch people out and stuff. He dragged this car over and we pulled all of the stuff off of my car, all the safety stuff, door nets, extinguishers and stuff that meant that it could go racing. Yeah. And me and the crew in about 40 minutes after everybody had gone, you know, like the other 100 people. So
did you have to cross the start line in your car to start on?
No. We just did it in this one car. But like 40 minutes, we got everything swapped over, jumped in this car that I'd never been in. It was a V8 auto, which I'd never driven before. The steering wheel was on the wrong side. And it was massive. It was huge. Like compared to my car, it was huge. The steering wheel was like, I felt like a child driving my dad's car. So it was completely wrong for us. It hadn't been race prepped and all this sort of stuff. But it was just amazing. Like we set off and off we went, and me and Si, my co-driver, we just set off and off we went and did this race. But we didn't finish it in time because we started an hour after everybody.
Okay.
And
so there is a time limit on it.
Yes.
So that was your DNF.
Yes.
But not from a mechanical on the car you went in. It's just literally overtime.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it was an amazing story.
You must have been gutted.
I was and I wasn't. It was such, that day was so many emotions in one day, and so much work, and massively overwhelming. So I was just over the moon that we got to do it, and we got to the opportunity to do it and everything like that. But after that point, I was like, I'm going to go back. I don't know when,
just hope.
but I'm going to go back and we're going to do it. That was 2020.
2020.
Yeah, so we literally, so that was in the January, we flew back and we were in LAX, and everybody was wearing, the flights to China had all been cancelled, and everybody was wearing masks, and we were like, what the hell's going on with these lot with their masks on?
Just been out in the boonies for...
Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, with no idea what was happening in the world.
Yeah, and then obviously COVID kicked, we got home, COVID kicked in, and that was it, everything shut down then. So then we didn't go back in 21, 2, 3 because of COVID.
So you did 24.
Went back in 24 as a spectator.
25.
25 raced it.
DNF.
DNF'd, yep, because the front diff blew. So new car now in the side-by-sides.
Yeah. So is that a car you keep over there?
Yeah, so we bought, so just before the end of 20, so we went in 24 as spectators, and there were a couple of cars on the lake bed that were for sale, that were just around the corner from where we were parked. There's like 70,000 people there, it's massive. A couple of these race cars that were for sale, and I kept going back and looking at them and, dribbling over them and stuff like that. No intention of buying anything. I hadn't got the money or anything. And then came back, and I commented on a Facebook post on one of these cars, and I just said to the guy, I saw your car out there, lovely car. If I'd got the money, anywhere near the money, I'd have come and spoken to you. And he messaged me randomly. He's like, I can make you a hell of a deal. Basically, I want it gone. I can make you a hell of a deal. Or I can make you a deal, he said. And I literally replied back saying, it'd have to be a hell of a deal. And he gave me a figure, and it was a hell of a deal. And I was like, have a conversation with Kim. And it wasn't planned. It was wanted, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Wanted to do that, go in that direction. I had intentions of racing hammers at some point.
But a lot further down the line.
But not quite on the timeline that it happened on. So we bought this car, raced it in the States we did one race at the end of 2024, and then we did race 2025 KOH, and then did the rest of the races last year. Mm-hmm. Did like 3 races, I think, in the States, which is cool. Yeah. Cool place to go racing.
And then this year
we raced.
Race of the year?
It was the first race of the year, yep.
Out in the States again, King of the Hammers?
Yep, same car, and finished it.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. Super pleased with it.
Yeah.
Kind of bittersweet because we were doing really well. The same as last year, actually. We were doing really well, and then the diff blew. But last year we were not as far into the race, which means all the really technical hard sections we couldn't have done in 2-wheel drive. This year we got much further along. Diff blew again. But we were towards the end, so it was.
You've done all the rock gardens and that sort of thing.
Almost all of them. We got 2 more to do, 2 major ones to do, but they were downhill, so a little bit easier.
Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, still a nightmare in 2-wheel drive, and we had to winch a lot to get out, but a lot easier than going.
We did it, and in the time limit.
Yeah, we did it well within the time limit, and actually ended up finishing 4th in class.
Well, so just to give people an idea, how many starters are on these events?
So the UTV race it was between 125 and 130 competitors.
Yeah, and you finished where overall in that?
Overall, we finished 11th. So
pretty good going.
Pretty impressive, and that was in 2-wheel drive as well.
Yeah.
So we did about 50-ish miles in 2-wheel drive.
So go on, if buts and maybes.
Yeah.
If you hadn't have had the diff issue.
I was leading class at that point that the diff went. I was leading class. So I would have come away with a nice trophy, and then overall we would have been probably top 5, I think. So 2027's already.
I was just going to say.
The problem with racing is it's an addiction, and it kind of just continues to spiral.
It just pulls you, doesn't it?
So I like we weren't even back, or I literally got out of the car and I'm already like, I know what I can do next year. And especially when you're out there, it's not like track racing or something like that where you can have really good comms, although we do have really good comms. But the races, there's so many competitors, all start on adjusted time. It's just like a bit mayhem. So you don't know exactly who's where and what's going on and everything.
You don't know where you lay in position-wise.
Yeah, or
running order-wise.
Running order or what everybody else is doing and how their day's going and stuff like that. So it wasn't until a little bit afterwards we figured out exactly where we were running, and how well we were doing. And which is just like...
Does it all done on GPS?
All done on GPS, yeah, because there's no markings out there. There's a couple of sections where there's a bit of bunting or a couple of flags, but it's like a 150-mile race. You know what I mean? And there's literally like 2 flags.
So you're literally just hitting GPS waypoints.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Ping that right. Next one.
That's it. Yeah. And you gotta stay
a bit like Dakar
along the same lines. Yeah, where you've got a checkpoint, or VCP, so a virtual checkpoint. That you've got to hit basically.
Yeah.
While staying on course.
Yeah.
So that's the plan next year. Get it done and then hopefully come away with a trophy.
So what about the diff? Are you building your own and taking it over?
So obviously an engineer and I like to overthink things and improve stuff, and I've got a couple of ideas I'm working on right now. It literally happened a couple of weeks ago and I was already like on it straight away trying to figure out what we can do.
Has that project got a name?
I don't know.
Not a crazy badger?
No. I can call it crazy badger.
Squirrel.
Yeah. We'll go with the squirrel.
Well, I can't wait to say that. I'm looking at. I know it's a way away yet, but
it is, but it isn't exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah, and especially if you've got to make things, build things.
Yeah,
get it. You take it over in your suitcase, or
I literally do. Yeah. I literally. We only have hand luggage, and like this year, I took a billet steering column, rack.
Yeah.
I had my helmet bags, so I take my own helmet with me. I had my helmet bag stuffed with a bunch of random tools, and then like a massive bag of M12 fasteners, like bolts and stuff. The bag itself must have weighed like 2 kilos.
So can you not buy those out there?
It's metric, isn't it?
Oh, of course.
So you can buy stuff out there, but it's just easier not to.
They're still on Roman Catholic out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had this massive stack of metric bolts, and then every time I get stopped at every airport, anywhere I go. It doesn't
your
matter.
innocent looking face.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think it's a funny name. Anyway, I get stopped, and this lady's checking. Can I check your stuff? Is there anything in there that's going to harm me? I'm like, no, but it's dirty. Like there was a bit of a diff in there, and all sorts of random stuff I'd got. Stacks of stickers and washers and just all sorts of tools and everything. She pulls this bag of bolts out of my helmet and a tool. She pulled the tool out and she's like, what's this for? I was like, oh, it's for adjusting my helmet. It wasn't. It was just a random tool. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's for adjusting my helmet. And she just pulls this 2 kilo bag of nuts and bolts. Like, what are these for? I was like, yeah, they're for the helmet as well. And she's like, oh, okay. And put it all back
Seriously?
in. Yeah, I'm not joking.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, big steel, a big aluminium billet like this big.
Just the housing.
Steering housing,
Yeah.
And all sorts of random stuff.
You've
just
got
take it with in hand luggage as well. Like if you put it in your regular luggage, you're all right. It's not too bad.
So that's the only event you're doing out in the States this year?
This year, yeah. So I've got a ton that I want to do. Vegas, Torino, Baja would be.
Yeah,
Baja
is that the ultimate?
That for out there, definitely. Yeah. Pikes Peaks. I'd love to do Pikes Peak.
Yeah, we had a chat about that earlier, didn't we? That's, that's something.
Slightly different to. Obviously, it's on road, but I'd still really like to do.
Ruined it downtown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, paved it.
Yeah, pavement.
For you Americans.
But Baja would be a big one. Vegas, Torino, I'd like to do. So we're based in California, where the car is. Our friend out there lives out there, and he's based just outside of LA. So all our stuff is there. So that's the kind of area we want to do the racing, and Baja would be a cool one to do, definitely. Yeah. It's big books and it's big logistics and.
Can imagine.
It's massive.
It's a big place, isn't it?
Yes, they're actually just doing the Mint 400 was last weekend, which is another desert race, which is in Nevada.
Is that the Mint 400?
Mint 400.
Right.
So they set off from Vegas, from Fremont Street. They line up on Fremont Street in Vegas, and then they set off
into
from
the
there.
desert.
Yep, it's a cool one. That's a big one I'd like to do.
Yeah. So what time of year is that?
So the Mint was last weekend. Baja is, I think, in November. The 1,000, they have various Bajas, but the 1,000's in November. And then Ultra 4 have a calendar throughout the year that we did last year. It's just this year, they're the same races, and I've already done them. So I don't want to redo them, really. I'd rather go. So the plan this year is we're going to go back to Europe and do racing in Europe. There's a few races in Europe that we haven't done.
Yeah, we'll go through your calendar in a minute.
So there isn't really anything that I can afford to do and is really jumping out at me, to be honest with you, in the States, apart from hammers.
This year, then, I've got your calendar in front of me now. We've got. So have you just done that's a test day. Sorry,
Test day. Yeah,
test day.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago.
At Walters Arena. Yep. That Welsh Wales.
Very Welsh weather.
Yeah.
Rained and rained and rained.
22nd of March, Walters Arena.
Yep.
Yeah.
First round, Comp Safari.
Yeah. For those of you local to us, 11th, 12th of April at Tong.
Yeah.
Which is Bradford, just down the road from the motor.
That's it. Yeah, not too far away.
I did a rally there once a long time ago, and I needed 2 new spines when I'd finished.
That's all right. I've got like 2 foot of suspension travel.
It was rough.
Yeah.
And it can only have got worse since I was there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been in the 90s I did that. So.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. I've never been.
Have you not?
Yeah, everybody
Right.
says to me, it's a great place to go racing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never been.
It's quite small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand that, yeah.
Yeah. But no, we'll come and have a watch there.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd be
get
good.
that in the diary, definitely. And then your first foray into Eastern Europe.
Yep.
You're going Baja Europe. Poland.
Yes. Yeah, so I've been to Poland before, raced Ultra 4, King of Poland a couple of times in Poland.
Yeah.
And then they do this, which isn't Ultra 4, it's a Baja race, which is like a rally raid race or rally raid. So we want to go out there and give that a go.
What sort of terrain is that?
It's going to be, like I say, a rally raid. So it won't be like Dakar, but it's more like tracks and faster stuff.
Yeah.
Cross country. That's probably the best way to
More
describe it.
farm track type of thing.
Farm tracks and stuff.
Fields
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So not as extreme, but still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A speed event.
Yeah. 6th, 7th of June, Staffordshire Motor Show.
Yes.
So that won't be a million miles away from you.
Everything's a million miles away from Wales, mate. It's about 2.5 hours, yeah.
Is it? So what are you doing now? You're doing a static or is that demonstration?
No, so last year was the first year they did it, I think. Don't quote me on that. But they did, they do a show and it's like they have a little mini rally stage at Utox to Showground. Mm-hmm. And there's a bunch of cool rally cars there and stuff like that. And somebody, I think one of our Marshall friends mentioned it to me. So I dropped him a message and said, I've got this stupid car, can I come along? And he was like, yeah, that looks really cool. Bring it. So we did. And we were like a sore thumb, completely out of place in this weird off-road buggy. And there were all these super cool, like RS2000 and all these 200 and Audis and really, really cool rally cars. And then this weird looking thing with massive tyres. But it was cool.
How did it go down?
Yeah, it was
people
cool. Yeah, people really liked it.
Yeah.
And it stood out. And yeah, we try to find a show and stuff.
Events you've done here, people just love it.
Yeah, it's a cool thing.
To watch it go up hills almost vertical and, then jump it off the top of it and land from 10 foot up in the air, people are like, wow, it's incredible.
Well, that's the thing with the showground, it's all flat and paved. So it was kind of underwhelming, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Obviously, it's not as quick as a rally car because it's got bigger tyres and all that sort of stuff. But it looks cool.
So just on that, what sort of power is it putting out?
It's only about, so it's stock currently at 200 horsepower, but it only weighs a tonne. And it does
plenty of torque.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, so it's CVT transmission, which means there's no gears and it spins up the engine really, really quickly, which means there's no turbo lag or anything like that. So when you stamp on the pedal, it's gone, and it doesn't weigh much. And the thing with off-road cars is like, that's not a big figure, is it? 200 horsepower in a ton. That's not amazing figures. If that was a track car, you wouldn't be that impressed. But with off-roaders, they're kind of different. So that car will only do about 100 mile an hour, but it'll do 100 mile an hour across anything.
Yes.
You just point it in a direction and it'll go, which is impressive, I think, anyway.
Gets there rapidly.
Yeah, it definitely does, yeah. It's honestly the best thing I ever did was get that car, is get her side by side, because they're so capable. And the things that you can do with them is phenomenal, really.
As I say, I watched it in action here on the last event you did, and I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. And I mean, just even static, just to say the suspension travel, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's got two foot of travel on the front, and then on the rear, it's like probably about 2.5 foot, I think it is.
Could do with that driving around York, the amount of potholes.
Yeah, I know. So I came up here in a little Hyundai i20 that we just bought.
Yeah.
That's
another project.
No. That's So I got to a certain age where I realised project cars and daily cars have to be separate things.
Completely.
So the daily car.
Sorry, it's taken you 40 years to realise it?
No, I realised it probably about
6 months ago.
No, probably about 6 years ago.
Okay.
So so the daily car is just a daily car, but I want it. So it's an N, so it's a bit sporty. But I didn't, because we don't do many miles, to be honest with you. I'm always in a van or something else. So I just wanted something sporty and nippy, but the suspension on that thing is rock solid. So I was like coming through
gum shield.
Yeah, on the M62, is it?
Yeah.
The road is horrific, and in a car like that, like I wouldn't want a fancy sports car driving down the M62. I'd like permanently avoid just that section.
You'll love American cars. They're just sitting on a sofa and wafting.
Yeah.
Wafting past.
Yeah, they do, to be fair. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So let's get back to your calendar.
Yes.
So Stafford Motorsport Show, so you're doing some events there. Can people jump in with you on that event or not?
They couldn't last year. Right. Whether they can this year may differ.
Have a look at the...
Yeah, I know they're changing it and they're making a bit more of an effort. It was a really good event. I think it was the first one. I'm fairly certain it was the first one, and they're doing like a Gymkhana section and putting a lot more effort.
Yeah, have a look at with our website. So that's the Stafford Motorsport Show. Then we've got Rally Breslau, Poland again.
Breslau,
sorry.
Yep. That's more Polish, that is, yeah. It might be Breslau, you might be wrong. I know it's Breslau. So Breslau is a big rally raid event and a big off-road. They have an extreme side where the big extreme cars go and sink themselves in bogs and stuff.
Yep.
And then they have a more rally raid side of it as well. So we're going to go and do that. It's a big event, that one.
So you're not building a project to sink yourself in a bog? No,
pass.
One for a lot of the UK fans, Goodwood, Festival of Speed.
Yep.
You're still waiting for confirmation on that?
Still waiting for the
last few years.
Yeah, we've been the last 2 years, which is amazing, really. Amazing.
And you drive the stage?
We drive there, put on a show, take the car. Back in the day, they used to do ride-alongs, but they don't do that now because health and safety got involved. Cool, super cool. We're in the off-road arena, which is not the rally stage at the top. It's just below that, so it's worth walking up to because they are really cool cars, and it's one of the paddocks that you can properly get involved in. Some of the paddocks where the cars are, you just can't get. Yeah, they are quite closed off. Like our car, for example, I invite people to come and jump in it and sit and take pictures. Kids love it because it looks like a giant RC car. I love Goodwood.
The week after that, straight over to the Isle of Man.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Hill rally. Yeah.
So it's going to be tight, that one. So they're doing a hill rally in the Isle of Man, which is amazing. First time it's ever been done, and couldn't say no really to that one.
No, you don't. I've rallied in the Isle of Man on the roads, and it's a superb place.
Apparently,
it's, the people, the locals are.
Apparently some of the rally stage is going to be used, or something like that, or the hill climb maybe.
God, you've got a busy July, haven't you?
Mate, we don't mess around.
A week after that, Mud Billy's Motorsport Festival.
Mud Billy's, need to go and check that out.
In Devon.
Yep. That's a really cool.
Some miles, right?
Mate, you need to come to that. I think you'd enjoy that.
It's a long way.
Yeah, it is from here. Yeah, you will do actually.
I understand the word they say.
They've got good cider though, just so you know, they've got good cider.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. So Mudbillies is a really good one. It's completely different. It's very American vibe, like hillbilly vibe.
Yeah.
And that's a good laugh. That's a proper good laugh. I think you'd enjoy that.
I'll check the diary.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not promising, but I'll check. Yeah. And my liver.
Yeah. Yeah.
2nd of August, back in Welsh Wales, the Griffin Targa.
Yeah.
So whereabouts is that? Is that local?
So that's at Walters.
Walters.
Yeah.
Arena,
So if you don't know, Walters Arena is one of, it's probably off-road mecca, I would say, in the UK.
And it's great for spectators as well.
It's good for spectators.
You see a lot of it from one vantage point.
So I wanted to get into doing some rally stuff, bought an Impreza. I've got another Impreza project car. So yeah.
I can feel another podcast coming on.
Yeah. We could do like a old school MTV Cribs, and you can come to the, come to the yard and
Welcome to my project.
see all my yeah.
Where are we after that? 5th, 6th September, Land Rover Owners Show at Belvoir Castle.
Beaver Castle, they pronounce it. Yeah, I know it is like.
Yeah. My Polish is a lot better than my pronunciation of posh castles in the UK.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's a Land Rover show that we go, and they have an off-road arena there, and we take a different car and just prowl around really and put on a show.
I'm sure you'll be good.
Do silly things.
I'm sure you'll be quite good at that.
Yeah.
Plenty of practice.
Yeah.
19th, 20th of September, Comp Safari, Kerry
Forest.
Kerry Forest, yeah.
Big rally place.
Rally Kerry Digging.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
20 minutes from me. Couldn't not do it really.
Sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, I probably will do actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then one I'm really interested in coming out to.
Yeah, go on.
7th to the 10th of October, the Ultra 4 Europe, King of Portugal.
Yeah, I think you'd like that one as well.
I do like Portugal.
Beautiful place. Northern Portugal.
Vimioso.
Beautiful
Yeah.
place, like genuinely beautiful. There's nothing there. It's not a tourist location or anything like that. It's just a quiet little sleepy village, and then all these races come and
I
do
do
this.
like Portugal. That'd be,
King of Portugal's one we used to race in Europe quite a bit before COVID and Brexit messed everything up. And Portugal was the only one that we didn't do. So I've been threatening it for a few years, and now's the time to do it.
yeah, good man. And then last one, the week after that, back to Devon again.
Yeah.
You like it down there, don't you?
Yeah, what's down there now? What's that one?
It's Western Beach Race.
Oh, Western Beach Race.
That just for shits and giggles.
So Western Beach Race, so their last year was the first time they did a side-by-side class. So if you've never seen Western Beach, it's an amazing race, bike race primarily, enduro race. It's wild. And then last year was the first year.
It is insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's mad.
Yeah.
The kids are insane. So they have little kids doing it on tiny little bikes, and they're mad. They're just like bouncing off each other and stuff, and it's just like chaos to watch. But yeah, they had a side-by-side class, which we raced last year. We'd been going for previous years and doing like demos to try and promote the class.
Yeah.
And then eventually they did it. So that's going to be a good one to support as well.
So that rounds your year up.
Does it? I'm sure there's more.
There'll be some more events and things,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. And I'm sure you'll be coming to the motorist at some point.
We
with
will.
some events, and yeah, it's always good to see you down here.
Yeah.
So do you run any other cars then for other people, or
So we have
you have?
no. So we have a side by side here. We have a side by side in the States. We have like a demo side by side that I put another project that I put a Land Rover Defender body on. So it looks like a Land Rover Defender, but it's a side by side underneath. But we don't like work on anybody else's car or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Too much to do with your own.
Yeah, the amount of time that we spend in prep is unreal.
Well, I saw the video. So when you went over to the States, you completely stripped the car, didn't you?
Yeah, so where are we? So mid last year, we went out and did a race that I did really well at, almost. And
is that another story?
Well, I qualified. It is a story. I qualified second, then started the race. There were two race heats, if you like. First race, I won. Blew the front diff, actually. Still won.
There's a theme.
There is a theme. Won the first race, and then the second race, led the whole race, start to finish. Very last corner, trashed the car and wrote the car off completely. Very last corner, led from the start.
I saw the video.
So, yeah, that was fun. That hurt quite a bit as well.
Yeah. So the car needed rebuilding?
So the car needed rebuilding. Me and Harry flew to the States. No workshop or anything out there. We don't have any like facility out
Is
there.
that your mate's yard you were doing?
It was literally, yeah. So we have a caravan that you put the race car in the back of. That's like 20 years old. So we took the car out, dragged the car out, and in his backyard, in the dirt, literally rebuilt this whole car. Bare chassised it, fixed all the tube work, rebuilt everything, like literally rebuilt the whole car in 9 days. Instagram, most of the stuff is, yeah. But literally rebuilt the whole car in 9 days. It was unreal.
Wow.
And it was like 35 degrees as well, and we were dying. Just were not used to it.
Good for the weight loss programme.
Yeah.
Other than that then, and your mad projects, have you got anything else in the pipeline?
Occasionally I'll go to sleep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing that when you were dead.
Yeah, well, I will do.
You'd lied to me.
Yeah. There's always stuff going on, and if like there's a cool show or something on, I can make, or you know, like coming up here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love coming up here. I wish it was closer, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I know we touched on earlier, as I said, we came to see you in November when we went spectating on the RSA rally, the Roger Albert Clark, and you came out spectating for the day on that. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's it. Like if we're about and there's something cool going on, then I'll go and do it. We rarely sit still. Like I can rest when I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'd just rather crack on with stuff and get stuff done.
You're one of these people that doesn't have a TV.
We've got a TV, but I watch like racing car stuff.
Watch your YouTube footage back, or you're in cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How do I improve next time?
Yeah,
I love it. So Harry, who's worked for you?
Yep.
How long's he been with you?
Only about 18 months.
Yeah.
So he originally, a good few years ago, was our Saturday boy.
Yep.
Because we were originally...
You taught him out, mate, for turn sweep up properly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't think he's ever made me a cup of tea.
Has he not?
No.
Oh, Harry, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so he was our Saturday boy probably, how old is he now? Probably about 10 years ago. And we were in Derbyshire at the time, and then we moved from Derbyshire to Wales. And he stopped being our Saturday boy because the commute was a little bit long. And then he eventually got back in touch and started coming to some of the races, and then eventually ended up moving to Wales as well.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
Yeah. So you touched on there about moving about. You Birmingham born and bred?
Yep. Born and bred. Got out of there when I was about 17, 18.
Yeah.
I think.
Just didn't like it, or just went to pasture?
No, just life evolves, doesn't it? Like I grew up on a council estate, and the goal was always to get out of there as quickly as I possibly could, and I did that relatively quickly, I think. But I wasn't escaping Birmingham. I'm quite proud of being from Birmingham. I am who I am from that, but I wouldn't want to live there again. Not in a million years. Yeah. My dad, up until recently, lived there. He's now moved to Wales as well. But going back and visiting him, and
just can't move to your yard because there's not room.
No, we did actually
You must have cleared some space, right?
No, sorry. Yeah, I don't like cities and stuff. I don't know. I've turned into a bit of a country bumpkin, and
I'm the same with that.
Like we were talking earlier about going to LA and stuff like that. It's just there's too many people in cities, and I don't like.
I don't mind an historic city. I don't like a modern maddening city.
No, agreed. Yeah, like I drove through Manchester on the way up here the other day, and I wanted to get out really quickly. And it's nice out where we are, Wales is beautiful.
It's stunning.
I love it out there. It does rain a lot, but...
Yeah, but we're in the UK. I mean, admittedly, Wales does probably rain a bit more than...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we were chatting with Dan Spinks from The Motorist earlier, and I think he said there's only 4 days, was it since the start of this year, Harry, that it hasn't rained?
Yeah,
which is insane.
Yeah.
So it's probably not stopped raining at all in Wales, is it?
No, it wasn't raining when I set off, so...
All right, it'll be raining this afternoon.
It'll be raining when I come back. No, I like it out there. It's nice. It's a nice part of the country.
So what prompted the move there then? Just the space and the countryside?
Kim and I wanted a certain house that had certain things, space for us, the dogs, the business, was detached and all that sort of stuff.
And you've got it.
And a certain budget.
And you've got it in spades.
Yeah, but we couldn't, what we wanted for the budget, we couldn't get it in the Midlands where we were. Do you know what I mean? So we sort of went like that with our radius. and then saw this
ended up
place.
there.
Yeah, and was sold on it and never looked back, to be honest with you.
Get on with the locals, all right?
Yeah. Everybody is really nice. Yeah. There's only one guy there that I don't like, who's actually just moved out, and incidentally, he's English, so...
Well, there you go. Was that the guy who lives right next door to you at the end of your drive?
Yeah.
I remember a previous
he's
conversation.
gone now. He's gone.
Let's leave that there.
Happy days.
Well, yeah, it just shows you, doesn't it? He's the English guy. So,
So, no, everybody's really nice, and it's just a nice place to live and just be.
And your local pub stroke Chinese is nice. I was thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, they're opening soon again. They've been closed.
Oh, they've been closed?
Yeah,
right.
I've missed it.
Chinese New Year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they'll been. Yeah,
makes sense. That.
Yeah, a lot of Chinese do close for a couple of weeks over the New Year. So as I found out to my horror when I tried ordering a takeaway a couple of weeks ago, my wife was away, so I thought, I'm going to have a Chinese to tea.
No, you won't.
No, I'm not. Anything else to tell us about the year ahead? Are we we're confident things are going to go well and all that? We're going to finish all these races, no DNFs? Rebuilding the front diff.
I'm never confident. I'm optimistic.
Good.
Always.
Good.
No, we're just going to go out and do what we always do. In some respect,
And just have fun doing it.
Have fun. Ultimately, that's the reason. Like, nobody's getting paid. We're not professional. We're doing this just for fun. All of it is paid for by us. So we're just going out there, have a laugh, enjoy as much as we can before we can't, because everything's limited.
Yep.
Just have a good year.
Before you know, life's passed you by, and you've got to enjoy the fun times. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I say it a tiny little bit morbid, I suppose, but you could literally die tomorrow. So
you don't know what's wrong.
Need to crack on, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like you say, sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, I'm going to thank you very much for coming on.
Yep.
I've thoroughly enjoyed our chat. Just shout out to people, where can they find you? What's your social address, website?
Yeah, so teamsynchroracing.com, and then all our socials are Team Synchro Racing. The business is Synchro Inc., so just jump on Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the usuals. We're there.
All the usual.
Yeah, come and follow us. We do some really fun stuff.
And if you're out and about, want to come see any events, come and say hello.
100%,
I know most of the events, the paddock's wide open. You just wander around, have a chat with people.
Yeah, so
it's very friendly.
Exactly, yeah. We try and... We generally have the biggest crew. Whatever event we're at, we generally have the biggest crew because we just invite everybody. Yeah. Just come, be a part of it.
Sleep over, have some beers and a barbecue. And
enjoy it.
It's just fun times, isn't it? And, So, well, thanks ever so much for coming on again.
Thank you.
I'll look forward to inviting you back on. Probably, let's get the season out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you can give us a rundown of how it all went.
I'll bring my trophy.
The big King of the Hammers trophy from next year. Yeah. But more importantly, I want to know more about these projects.
Yeah.
And if you've bought any sensible
you need a Gym on Tour podcast.
Out and about in Jim's van.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll see how well that goes. Yeah. Thanks again, mate.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yeah, been great chatting. And thanks to you guys for listening.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Cheers. Quick thank you to the motorists for hosting us as always. To find their calendar of car mates, events and quizzes, head to the link in the show notes below.